Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Talisha, this is my best mate from uni, and we both go to Oxford Brookes. We're going into second year, so we thought that we would do a Q&A basically all about Brookes. This is honestly my most requested video ever. I have been asked to do this since January, which I said in my last video, but this is part 2 of this mini series. The first part was all about accommodation at Brookes, our experience, what we would recommend, stuff like that. So if you want to know all about that, it's linked down below. And this part is going to be about the nightlife slash Oxford in general. So if you're interested in about that, then keep watching. I'm just going to get straight on into this video because obviously the last one was very, very long. First question is freshers a shag fest?
well, you are, to be honest.
I know.
With you.
So obviously freshers, we don't know what it's going to be like this year with Corona, but last year freshers was all working normally. We had let's explain a little bit about freshers. We had wristbands, so we had to buy these kind of like passes, these wristbands, and they got us into the different clubs,
events and stuff.
And there was different events, like they had organised loads of different events and they were all themed.
I personally think freshers is a little bit overrated. At the end of the day, it's just everyone going out and getting so drunk because they're so scared to meet people, and then like you just get so tired and run down and ill. It's good, but like... No,
I agree. I do think it is overrated, especially because we didn't have the best experience at freshers. I mean, I didn't personally, just because it wasn't what it was like lived up to be. But I mean, that might be different at different universities. It was just Brookes wasn't like the best freshers. But that doesn't mean that like the nightlife at Brookes isn't great, you know? Like we'll explain about that in this video. But so, is it a shag fest? I personally had a long-term boyfriend at that point, so no, it wasn't for me. Yeah, and then also everyone in my flat, I don't think anyone shagged that week. Yeah, obviously there's people that will go out there and like that's what they're interested in, but like me personally, I wasn't surrounded by any of that. Funny freshers stories. The funniest story that I can think of just comes to mind is we were at this club called Emporium that's actually shut down now, and I was like outside. And there were so many people there, they oversold all of the wristbands. There were so many people there that we were all trying to get back inside, and I was literally like pushed up, like you literally could not move at all, and me and my friends were just like pissing ourselves. That was funny.
Was that the night I met you?
That was the night, yeah.
That's
so we literally, that's actually a funny freshers story, we literally just I walked in, got in, I went downstairs to the toilets, and you were stood there, and we'd met over like Facebook, so I didn't really know who you were, and you were like, oh my god, are you Talisha? And I was like,
I just recognised you, and I was like, oh my god, do I go up to her because we've been chatting or not? And I was so scared. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And you looked at me so blankly, you were like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, it was so awkward, wasn't it?
But if I hadn't done that,
we probably wouldn't be as close as we are now. No, definitely not. So what's the social life like? I mean, the first semester we were very different people. We were quite like closed off,
didn't go
reserved,
out and socialise as much as we should have.
But the second semester we were very sociable. So we personally have very good social lives.
We're out all the time.
Yeah, but it kind of is just the people that you meet. If you have like good friends and you have like great nights all the time, but if you don't, what I would say is just go out there, be as open as you can, socialise with as many people as you can, because that's honestly, we still do that now. We socialise with everyone, we make new friends with like everyone. So
yeah, I think it depends on the person, doesn't it? Like uni's always going to be social if you make it social. If you sit in your room and you're like, I can't be bothered to go out, so I'm not going to go out, then you're not going to, like, the more you go out, the more people you meet. And so like every time we go out now, pretty much we meet someone else and then they become our friend. It's like every cycle time. So we're so social.
You just have to be sociable. So like the social life is like good if you make it good. How many clubs are there in Ox? What are they like? There are 2 main clubs. There are Attic and Bridge. Attic,
it's our favourite one.
Yeah, it's our favourite one just because we always go there, and there's like 3 different music rooms, and it's like cheap on a Monday night. It's the best in our opinion, but like everyone disagrees. Everyone thinks Bridge is the best.
But we just have such a good night.
But yeah, we have such a good night. Drinks are so cheap, whatever, like. But then every other night I wouldn't go to Attic, it's just on a Monday. And then Bridge is good on a Friday.
It's the most popular one for Brookes students, I'd say.
Yeah, it's the most popular one. It's great on a Friday. I mean, everyone else likes it on a Monday, but I find it too cramped on a Monday, and we like to like dance and, you know, like socialise and stuff like that. So I think it's too cramped on a Monday, but that's just me personally.
I mean, I don't think either of the clubs are great. If you're up, if you're going to somewhere like Liverpool or Manchester, it has so many and they're all great, but
it's nothing compared
all our
to
friends
them.
go there.
But
so it's full of our friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like fun. But
again, it is the people that you're with. It is the people.
100%.
Yeah. And then we've got like bars and stuff like that. There's so many different things. There's like Spirit, Thirst, like they're all kind of like in the same area as Attic and Bridge. There's Slug and Lettuce, which is great for cocktails and like cocktail nights, and they have like a dance floor thing, I think. That's all in like Oxford city centre. And then in Cowley, which is where we go pretty much every night, you've got different pubs, different bars. So our favourite one is Baron. We always go to Baron, and we're like friends with all of like the waiters, waitresses and stuff like that.
Baron and Cafe Bar Bar, I'd say, like,
Bar,
probably the most studenty ones in Cowley.
Yeah, they're cheap and they're really good. They're not cheap at the moment because of Corona, but like they were really cheap. Like you could get a cocktail for like £3 or something.
Oh yeah, something crazy like that.
So yeah, Baron's our favourite. Cafe Bar Bar's really good. We go to City Arms, which is like the pub, all the time, every Sunday. Cowley Retreat is really good. There's like lots of different places to go. If you just walk along Cowley, like you'll see loads of places. We personally just go to Baron, Cafe Bar Bar, City Arms, and then we go into Oxford as well sometimes.
It's full of students. Cowley's like full of students.
Cowley is the student area. Like you will not walk down the street and not see a student.
Like if you're a fresher at Oxford this year, because all the clubs are shut and like you're not gonna have a freshers week, I would personally go to City Arms and Cowley Retreat, and then Baron and Cafe Bar Bar.
I think everyone's really nervous about like the social life now that like Corona is happening. Honestly, like for us it hasn't really made a difference because we're still going to go out to the bars and stuff like that. They're still all open. You just have to book in advance, or you know, I don't know, we're going to have house parties and stuff like that, so you can have like flat parties, and it's just, I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference. Obviously there will be, you won't be able to go to the clubs, but like you can, it is what you make it. Do Oxford Brooks do sports nights and what happens? Yes, they do. So we have like on a Wednesday, every Wednesday we have Fishies, which is like the whole sports society like night.
That's good.
Even if you're not in a society, you can still go. We used to go when we weren't in a society.
We made our own society, actually.
Yeah, we made our own
with
one.
our friends. Like.
Yeah. So it's really good. Fishies is probably like everyone's favourite night. It's just all students, all Brooks students. It's so good.
As long as you get drunk, like you can't go sober or like a little bit drunk. You have to be.
But that's only if you don't go to a social. When you go to a social, you all like you have to naturally get drunk anyway. So yeah, Fishies was really good. It's on a Wednesday. It's at the O2 on Cowley Road, and it's just great. Leading on from that, what different societies were there? There's so many, like so many. Everything you can think of. I don't know, like netball, hockey, lacrosse, polo,
swimming, water polo. But then you have stuff like
rugby,
like Disney,
football, like I know, like so sports societies.
Yeah,
there's like pretty much every sport you can think of. Lots of friends who do cricket, some that do rugby, some that do hockey. So we actually joined hockey last year and we went a couple of times, but we didn't really like it, did we?
Twice, but we joined too late and we couldn't really be bothered.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. If you're going to join a society, join on the first day. Go to the first one because then you're involved in it. We didn't do that, so we joined like the second semester and didn't really like enjoy it. But we're going to join netball next year, I think. So
yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and then just in general societies, they have so many different things. Like they have like the Disney Society. They have
stitching.
So many different things.
Cooking.
What were like business societies? They have like honestly like in Freshers Week. Oh, will they be doing that? Oh, that sucks.
What?
They might not be doing Freshers Week. Like Freshers Fair.
Oh,
that was amazing. Yeah, it was like you got so much free stuff. You
Pizza.
walked around and there would be like society stores everywhere, and you'll just go and be like, I'll sign up for that. And like there was a Christian society that I was in. Like there's loads of different ones, wasn't there? So many. Like I think they must have like a list somewhere on the Brooks website.
Definitely, you have to join societies. You can't go to uni and not. It's like that's
really
how
put
you
yourself
people.
out there. What's the best girls' sports at Brooks in terms of socials?
I'd say netball's the most social for girls.
I think so.
At Brooks it is.
That's
like
what I've heard.
most unis.
Yeah. I think it's like one of the biggest or something.
Yeah. Like, we have never played netball and we're going to join netball, so like don't worry about like, oh, I've never played netball before, because
just get involved. Honestly. Would you recommend joining a society/club? Are you in any societies? Are they worth going? And if so, which are cool? So we kind of already touched on all of that.
Skiing.
We're in
society.
skiing, like the snow society.
Definitely join that. It's the biggest one at Brooks, I think.
Yeah, it is actually. The best decision I have ever made is going on the ski trip. That is the best like time of my life.
Piece of advice I'd give to anyone going to uni: just do the ski trip. Like,
even if you can't ski, honestly,
literally.
it's just amazing. The social side of it, you meet so many people, and they're like kind of all very similar to you as well. Like, we met so many people that were just like
that's
exactly
all our
like
friends
us.
now. Most of them we met on the ski trip. It's so good.
What's your favourite memory from uni?
Oh my gosh.
There's been so many nights out. Like, probably one of my favourite memories was when Anna, one of our friends, and I all were really drunk one night, and we came home from a night out and we just got like Sharpies and literally drew on everyone's eggs and like stuck these like sticky window things like that were on the windows for like months, and we stuck that, like, they were like decorations, you know, that you stick on the windows, and we stuck them over like everyone's like cupboards and stuff, and like that was one of the,
so immature,
it sounds so immature, but
we were
when you're
so drunk it was so funny.
It was so funny. That's probably one of my favourite memories.
I think there's quite a few. Oh, just so many good nights out.
There's so many good nights out. So typical outfits for nights out. I didn't know whether someone wanted me to do like a separate video for this, and I can do if that's something that people are interested in.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, kind of
just casual, really.
Yeah, it is casual. You don't. Oxford isn't like a very dressy place. I don't think. Like, you can wear skirts, but like just not like full-on dresses. Like, none of us ever wore like a proper dress. Like, we would wear like baggy trousers, crop tops, or like jeans and crop tops. You know.
Jumpers. We'd literally go out in jeans and jumpers.
We'd literally go out like this every day. This sort of stuff is more about like uni instead of the nightlife, I think. So firstly, is it easy to get a job in Oxford? I cannot really say anything about that. I did not have a job. Em didn't have a job either. I mean, I had YouTube, so like I didn't get a job in my first year. But then we've got friends who have had jobs, and I don't think they found it particularly hard to get the jobs.
I think it's quite easy. Not easy, but like if you apply to enough, you'll get a job.
And Oxford is a big place. Like, everyone forgets that like there's a massive like, what's it called? Like
Westgate, the shopping centre.
Shopping centre. Like, there's a massive shopping centre with so many shops in it. There's so many bars. There's the high streets. There's everything. So like, if you apply to it, like, just if you really need a job, what I would do is get a CV, print it out, go around to the different places and give them out like on the first week. This one I found really funny actually, so I had to include it. Is Oxford Trust Fund City? Honestly,
there's a lot of private school.
There are a lot of private school people, but then also there are a lot of people that aren't from private schools. You know, it's a very good mix. A lot of people do have. The next question is everyone quite posh? A lot of people are very well spoken. I won't lie, but then like everywhere,
such a range. You're always going to get people who are and aren't. Like,
how much did I spend a week? Okay, and also the next question is, how do you budget in Oxford? So, this one, I've got two different experiences about this. First one was in my first semester. I was pretty good with my money in my first semester. I had the like lowest student loan, so I had to be really careful with my money, and before I went to, well, as soon as I got my student loan and I knew how much I was getting, I then did like a budget. I split it up between like the weeks that I needed it into the next student loan, and I think I got something like £65 a week or something like that, which, if you think about it, isn't actually that much for going out and for buying food. Like, it isn't that much, and you do need to like be good with your money if you're getting that. In the first semester, I didn't go out rarely at all. You know, we barely went out.
Just watched.
We cooked in every day. We spent like very little on food. So I actually saved money. I saved probably like £30 a week. It was crazy.
I mean, you don't want to. If you're a student, don't do that. Like, you are going to run out of money, and it is going to be tight.
But like, any money that you have left, save it. That would be my advice. But that was the first semester, and that's because I didn't do anything and I was very boring. But the second semester was a completely different, you know.
Basically went out pretty much every night and spent ridiculous amounts.
Second semester I did not have a budget, and I've learned from that. I'm going to have to budget this year, but yeah, the second semester went out every single night, spent a lot of money, constantly buying food out, constantly getting like dinner out. Didn't really like, we just were not good with our money, and
we just got to the point where we didn't care.
Yeah.
It's so bad, but like we were just not even looking at our bank.
And I went into my overdraft, and I mean, that's not a bad thing. Like, I mean, your overdraft is there for a reason. But I did go into my overdraft, and yeah, what I would do is do a realistic budget and try and stick to it. If you're going over like, I don't know, like £5, £10 a week, then maybe get yourself a job or something like that. You know, think about really how much money you need a week, and you learn from experience, like you really do. Like, so I know that going out every single night or going to bars every single night, eating out and stuff like that is just not realistic for me.
It's not sustainable. You can't.
Not sustainable. Yeah, and I know that I was spending a lot more a week than I should be, like £20 a day or something like that, which is ridiculous. What's dating life like in Oxford?
Well, we were both in you've been in relationships pretty much the whole time. Me and my boyfriend broke up in January, but we had coronavirus, so
yeah. So I was with my ex for the whole of semester 1, and then I got into a relationship pretty soon, and I was with my ex for most of first year, well, most of semester 2, and now, so I can't really comment on that part of my life.
Well, you did meet Harry at uni.
I did meet Harry at uni,
so.
Yeah, and I dated him at uni, and that was quite good. I mean, since we've been back, we're not actually moved in yet, but we've been in Oxford. All our friends were in Oxford. We're going out a lot. So yeah, since we've been back, I mean, it's very easy to meet new people. It's very easy.
Tinder.
Yeah.
You'll probably meet a load of boys.
Yeah, but it's very easy to go out to bars, to go like, you know, talk to people, and people come up to you, and like, my like advice would be, if you see someone that you like and is attractive,
shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. Don't feel scared to not like go up to them, talk to them, because you know you're not going to get anywhere unless you do that.
The worst you're going to get is rejection, and that's fine.
And who cares about that, you know? Are you still excited to go back to uni despite obvious changes? I am beyond excited to go back to uni. So excited, aren't we?
Yeah.
We just want to be like, I mean, uni is a completely different experience to like anything else. Like, it is the best thing I ever did, honestly. The best choice I ever made. It has made me such a better person, a completely different person. I'm so much more independent now, and I just can't wait to get back and just be like myself without any like of my parents like pressure on me or anything like that. And just be completely independent, get our house, go out as much as we want.
Be able to see our friends so easily.
Yeah. I just can't wait.
Live with that. Well, basically, you're just living with your best friends, so it's so fun all the time.
Yeah.
And you're always doing stuff. It's never boring.
And like, obviously, there will be changes. It won't be the same as it was. Like, our first year was so good, but also like I said earlier, it's only going to be as good as you make it. So if you make it really, really good and you really put the effort in, then it will be amazing, but you just really need to do that. Right, so this is the end of part 2. Again, another long video, but I don't know, we
touched on everything.
Yeah, I feel like we touched on everything to do with the nightlife. Again, if you have any questions, leave them down below, or message me on my Instagram, which is @TalitiaHill_, and I will try and reply to them. Follow me on my Instagram. Like I said in my last video, I do a lot of like polls, like ask you for, you know, questions, like Q&As, whatever. I ask what videos you would like to see, so definitely follow my Instagram for that, but also subscribe to my channel because I will be doing a lot more like uni vlogs. So if you want to keep up to date with that sort of stuff, I'm going to be doing a lot of moving in vlogs, uni life, tips and stuff like that. Like, whatever you want me to do, leave like video suggestions down below, and I will definitely try and do them videos. What else? Oh, follow my TikTok, which is Talisha Hill with 3 L's. I'll leave it linked down below, and follow M socials. I'll leave them down below as well. And I'll see you in my next video, which is going to be part 3 for this mini series, and that is all going to be about like the uni in general and studying. So yeah, see you then.